Hey everybody, Al Puglisi Trains with Howard. How you doing, Howard?
I'm doing fine, Al.
You know, we were talking, and it's Christmas season. It's the time, Hanukkah, Christmas, holidays. It is time for gift giving. And what better thing to do than to give the gift of trains? Yes, especially to model railroad people, wives, partners, significant others. How about considering a gift of trains? Now, I just gave myself a gift of a giant coaling tower from Howard. So maybe you can give yourself a gift. But let's take a look at some of the things that we've got here. We've got so much here. This is the ultimate Christmas shopping experience for a trained person to come over here. So let me pause this to switch the camera around, and we'll be right back. Now it should be okay, Howard. How are you doing? Let's talk about these cars for sale.
Well, it's sure. These here are all scratch-built wooden cars that make great Christmas gifts, and we're getting right to the. You sure want to talk about this now?
Yep.
Okay. These are 50, 60-foot cars, all reefers. This one's kind of strange because that's a Spanish car, or Mexican actually. Santa Fe, and of course this is Fairbank and Company, which is a wonderful, it's a beautiful logo.
And these are the what could have been series.
They're all what could have been. Yeah.
Yep. And then all these cars, folks, are 145 each, and if you buy 5 or more, you get 10% off. And then the next, let's see, these guys are the reefers.
They're 110. Is that what it is?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. They're 110 each, and again, if you buy 5 or more, you get a 10% discount. And you know, when these are gone, they're probably gone because, for example, this gal, this pretty girl here, we had a fellow bought 6 or 7 of these, and we thought they were all gone, but we found one. So they sell pretty quickly, but we still have a good amount of them for Christmas. And like I said, a lot of them are unique, and they're not store bought. They're all scratch built. What do we got over here, Howard?
Well, over here is. Here's another furniture car. We had somebody looking for furniture cars.
All right.
He bought a mess of them, but here's another one.
Another one.
Over here is a reefer. It's a tad more expensive because it has Central Valley trucks.
Okay.
And this one here is a drover's caboose, work caboose, or whatever, or passenger car.
Wow.
It's definitely a one of a kind.
Oh, yeah. Wow, and all the undercarriage detail and the Howard Zane sticker built by Howard.
Now, we're going kind of fast on this, Hal. We should talk a little more why I started doing this.
Yes.
And it goes back to the writings of John Allen. I could say teachings, but I'm not sure. John was my hero, and I never met him. Almost did, but just never did. But I loved his layout. I loved everything about him and his theories and so forth. But one thing he said really struck home, and that was no matter how bizarre or strange your model may be, rest assured there may be a prototype for it. Now, it's possible that some of these things could be accurate, some aren't. But I just make up what I feel like doing, and if it's accurate, that's fine. But the hobby is about limitless imagination for me, and for you,
and for me,
and for many folks we know.
Right.
Just we call it proto-freelance modeling,
right?
As do other people,
right.
And people like to copy stuff too. I mean, we have the river canners, and I've had people come down and are horrified to see the stuff I'm running, and it's of course they enjoy what they're doing, and that's fine too. If you want to copy, that's fine. I know a fellow, lives near York, or in York, Pennsylvania, that's modeling the New York Central from Troy to Albany, which is only a short period, or a short distance. And he's modeling 1942. He's done research on every building and the way it was in the summer of 1942. It's completely accurate. And this is an O scale. And that's what he's doing. I could not imagine doing anything like that because I have to make stuff up.
Right.
I don't even draw plans anymore. I just lay track or whatever.
Wow.
Even though my last section I did is a scale model because it was very expensive, the edition. I didn't want to screw it up.
Wow. Well, folks, if you're interested in picking up some Christmas gifts or looking at these cars, you can go to my website, not my website, this YouTube channel, my channel, and you can click on my playlist and my
Oh,
playlist.
yeah. Show this to your wife or your partner or whatever, because the thrill of opening up a box and having a choo-choo in it is a hell of a lot more than opening up a box and finding a pair of underwear.
Or socks.
Or socks or a wallet. I mean, I've told Sandy, she says, well, you've got everything. Well, you don't need anything. I says, Sandy, that's not the point. The point is the thrill of opening up a choo-choo on
Right.
Christmas Day.
Right.
No, I did that. I can remember when I was a kid, and when Christmas comes along, I still pine for those days when I was under the tree and looking at all these little gifts. And I could tell if it was a Lionel train by the shape of the box.
Right.
Oh, wow. And of course, there'd be a Santa Fe diesel, and Dad would say, Merry Christmas. And then he'd take it downstairs and put it on his layout. And I couldn't play with it until I was 21. So that's the way it was. But it was still great.
Yeah.
So anyhow, as I said, these are fabulous gifts. And they are one of a kind. And if you want to be have something unique, here you go.
Yep. Well, Howard, thanks a lot for taking time for this. And folks, again, check my playlist. Go to the items for sale. You'll see more Howard Zane cars. And then go to, also to see more of these cars we have, go to zanestrains.com. Zanestrains.com. At the top of the page, you can click on the What Could Have Been series cars. And if you have any questions, contact me at alplug1@verizon.net.
Or me at hzane1@verizon.net.
Yep. Hey, folks, thanks. Thanks, Howard.
Hey, thank you, Al.